Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to Lion Voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here, hear me now. Yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
I'm Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Well, the emperor was from the beginning, you know.
Okay.
But I start learn more about the emperor when I man used to listen to Miguel and
Okay.
Leakem Smash and them man there.
Okay.
I used to listen to Bob Marley. I listen to Bob Marley a whole lot.
Yes.
Because for my sabbatical, it's only Bob Marley could have played. The only next person could have played in my tape is Garnet Silk when him did come forward.
Okay.
So I'm on start I pre the majesty from them time then I say wait. You know what I mean? I him.
In.
2nd of November 1930, His Majesty crowned Empress Menen beside him. And I hail His Majesty as the Divine One. I know that it is very important for Empress Menen to be in the equation because him wouldn't crown her Queens of Queens if she was not important to the tribe. So from that time, I realized because Wolipa Rastas or Rasta men, them devise something, them own concept to
Yes.
deal with life. But
Yes.
I obey His Majesty. The things that I see His Majesty do, I will do. And only my classics, them man. Lioness on the Rise, where Queen Africa do and me write it.
I know that. I know
I
that.
gave I gave you everything I've got where Garnet sing is me and you know what I mean? I
Okay.
hold it more song me do.
That is where I want to jump to too because this is part one. We can't go through everything.
But when I
Okay.
finish tell you
All right. All right.
because I want to come back to that
Yes.
question that you asked me, which is my first song.
Yes. Yes.
My
Yes. Go ahead.
first hit
Go
song.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was with the sound and I come up every Thursday and go back down Sunday night. Sometimes without money, sometimes I get a little money and you know what I mean. But during that time, that was like my Edna Mandley. It was like
Okay. Okay.
practicing with the big artists because every Thursday night round Sugar Miner would be filled
Wow.
with Tennessee,
Wow.
Little John,
Wow.
Tristan Palmer, Johnny Osborne, all all of the big names at that time used to be there. So you're rubbing shoulder with them and you feel good.
Serious.
Yeah, and them rate you too. So I man was there for a while. Like I bring in Garnet Silk, that time him name Bimbo, Mount
Yes.
Sugar Miner, and then
Yeah.
well on man when me and Garnet they are Manchester, I'ma come town. Me decide say me nah left him. Me and him used to sleep on the floor and my
Okay.
woman and his woman and my two picnic them there on the bed, you know. For
Okay.
months we sleep on the floor and we there they attack. We live the whole of this your life where me and live now in
Wow.
our head from them time there, you know.
Wow. Serious.
Garnet and my brother from another mother.
Wow. Black that
Oh
one.
Lord, it's hard to be humble and perfect in every way. But some dibby guy want test me. Want find out how me stay. But I you me know me near rebel Tony. I'm a full up of the agony. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. I doing the best that we can, Tony Rebel at the armor. Through a launch the attack we are there. That one day, you know? I
Yeah.
was in the studio and watched Barry Salmon doing Tempted to Touch.
Yes.
I
Classic.
saw him voicing it. I saw him voice like two lines and come out and listen to it and put on the harmony on it and him go back and listen to it. him take a time to do it. And when that song came out, that song was ripping up New York and London and those places.
Yes.
And Donovan Jeremy and every day say, Tony Rebel, go on the rhythm. You need to be on that rhythm. And I said, no, them rhythm they're too slow. Them time they
Yeah.
I'm not really bust out yet. Me I said them
Okay.
rhythm they're too slow. I want a faster rhythm for do something.
Yeah.
And then he asked me for about 2 months, and one day him in the studio and him say, Tony Rebel, you see what me I tell you for voice the song cause Barry Salmon sang a mash up on New York and you have a chance for boss. I'm just go around there and listen to the rhythm because if you notice the punchline is like how the bass line go.
Yes. Yes.
And I just said fresh vegetable. And I did. I want to tell you,
Is
when
what
me
is
do,
is
when me do fresh vegetable, Superman and Spider-Man did in the studio.
okay.
And it was a spontaneous tune, you know. No writing or nothing, you know. Me just go around there. Me never think about it before.
What?
It's the rhythm gave me that melody, you know. See?
Wow.
And me I tell you, say, when me I come around, me say, oh, it sounds Superman. And Superman say, what? And number one that man, and me say, you're a hypocrite. Cause which part of that character number one? It was my first number one.
Yeah.
Once I'm doing something for the majesty, I want to have it as clean as possible.
Is
I
it?
don't want to sell no spirit in bottle where when a man left my venue, they are not inspired and motivated.
Is
I
it?
want to do something for the industry to preserve what Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and Jimmy Cliff them did. You know what I
Yes.
mean? That is my duty. The chain is as strong as the weakest link.
Weakest link.
So as my link in the chain, I have to stand up strong. And I bring my youths them to adhere to the same principles. You know what I mean? So I don't take money from Red Stripe Beer. One time a man named Alan from South Africa, he became a friend and him said, Tony, just put Red Stripe Beer upon him, we can give you millions. I
Hmm.
didn't.
Serious.
My friends own Kentucky. And them know so them can't sponsor me. I don't want the money. And in our story we have to know what do we want our children or the children of the future to see us as. Either
Yes.
they're going to see us as a curse or as a blessing. So
Yes.
I don't care too much about the fame and fortune and everything because I'm on plant a whole heap of things.
Yes.
I right now I have plantains, I have banana, I have gungo peas, I have skillet, I have thyme, I have a whole heap of things that
Give
I plant now.
give
So I
thanks.
never hungry.
Give thanks.
You know what I mean? And ackee upon tree and breadfruit and them things. So you know what I mean? I don't have to make millions. I don't have to be a Michael Jackson. I just
Yes.
want to be a Tony Rebel.
A Tony
And if
Rebel.
it's one person, I am here to help, to save. I am satisfied with the one. You can't too spiritual, you know. If you're too spiritual, might as well you leave the earth. You have
Okay.
to be physical too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's laziness why a whole heap of ones within Rasta don't want to deal with business because business you have to discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah. Discipline is what makes you come over. You know what I mean? Because first of all, the Majesty wants us to be educated.
Yes.
Remember, well, for Rastas born education, you know.
Yeah, man. False
Uh,
concepts. False concepts.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the academia is what them want you for swat and come back, come regurgitate. But you know what I mean? Education is what you need. You need to be educated about yourself and about your surroundings. No. You want to do business because you want to do business, but you want to do business in a healthy way. You want to
Yes.
do business. You want to do business fair.
And let's clear that business doesn't mean suit and tie and thing.
No.
You can trade, you can be a farmer and you're selling your produce, and you have buyers that come, you know what I mean? So business
Right.
doesn't mean you're in a
Business,
suit and tie
don't mean that you have to. Business don't mean that you have to be in an office
no
for bonfire. No mean for just get up and chat and say a bonfire.
no
For burn the real fire is
it's
when you build. Is when them have the monument and you can put a monument beside them.
highly
You have to build your own.
alternative.
Yes, you can't say you're independent and you're Rasta and everything you buy from some people who you don't even know how they make it.
Exactly.
You're not self-sufficient. Well, the first selected speech I got was from Freddie McGregor. And when I went to Ethiopia in 1996, I bought a whole lot in the market, although you have to buy it on the black market. And I came to Jamaica, I gave one to Haile Selassie school, and I just distributed them to all Rastas that I know and say, this is your Bible.
Hard.
Bible mean book.
Aye.
So this is the book where the Majesty speak his mind and speak to us, telling us what to do and what not to do.
Aye, it is.
So I say our Bible is the selected speech. So you like Imaru is just one of them who I not really indoctrinate but exchange my knowledge with. You know
Highly.
what I mean? Because as a lyricist, you have to read. Because for
Fact.
over 30 years, I read every day.
Facts.
I that is how lyrics always easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Melodies is the next thing, and I listen to a lot of music. I listen to all sorts of music. So whenever I go in a studio and you put up a rhythm, I might just write a poem because of words that I know. When I write in more time, I have the selected speeches open beside me. I might just
Okay.
look in and get one word and that's it. Well, because enough of the youths them not see further than them nose. Them
Okay.
can't look wide and see what is happening and adjust themselves to to different planes of the earth.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I that is why I do Rebel Salute from
I know.
1994
Yes.
until now. You know what I mean? And even though it rough and rugged enough time, I would love to just go on tour and leave that alone because that caused a whole heap of bad blood more time. And
Yes. Yes.
you know what I mean? It's when I go out, if I can tour Europe and come back with some money and nobody don't even know that I leave Jamaica. But that is where unity is concerned. That is where we need to unite.
Yes.
Because for one person to do that whole barrage of thing,
It can't happen. It's
it can
impossible.
happen. But I mean, if we come together and as a unit, all of us have the resource where we can put together and make. We have something like Cali Roots, or even better, because we are the original. First, because when I started the show,
Yeah.
because I am an artist and I know how it is with artists when they're trying to get out there. Every
Yes.
time an artist would come and check me to go, even my youth like Chronics.
Yes.
The first time he was on Rebel Salute, I gave him some of my time
Hmm.
because I heard him and wanted the crowd to hear him too.
Yes.
So that is it. I always want to bring in a lot of young artists and it just get overwhelming sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just too many artists for one night. That is why I start to have it 2 nights now.
Okay.
And
Okay.
even when I go to 2 nights, it, artists still override. But it's because of my heart.
Yes.
Because I'm an artist and I understand when a man say, boy, I have a new album and I want to highlight some of the songs. It's
Yes.
hard to tell him no. It no matter when if people criticize.
Yes.
Once you criticize and you have a reason to do it, I will
Yes.
accept. You know
Yes.
what I mean? But you need to hear my side of the story.
That is it. And,
You know, because there's many sides.
and we're
So,
all human and we all have flaws,
yeah,
and we have to have that mercy and that overstanding for each other, because
at least I am trying. Africa is where Rebel Salute should be.
I'm telling you, I
And
see it.
maybe it is going to be there.
I,
I say, well, I say, Hail His Majesty and Empress Menen to the world, and just give love every time. You know what I mean? Because love is the greatest thing that ever exists. And he who angers you conquers you. So you
uh,
don't have to deal with with the angry vibes no time. You just have to deal with love because love conquereth all. Simple.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.
Alright, so continuing on from we're going to talk about the drums right now. The bass drum is the foundation. It gives off that frequency. It encompasses and surrounds and keeps the idea within a one phrase. It's always on the one. One sound, one mute. Alright, very important.
The more aware you are of yourself, the more you come to know yourself, the more mindful you are, okay, is the more skilled you become at using this powerful engine, which is your mind.
And then the resolution is like just finishing up the lessons now and just saying yes and reminding people of the theme of your story. So, you know, the theme of this story was the importance of agriculture.
For the motherland, cradle of civilization, for the ancestors and their indomitable spirit, for the elders whom we can learn much, for the youth who represent our promise for tomorrow, for the people, the original people, for the struggle and remembrance of those who struggled on our behalf, for Umoja, the principle of unity that guides us in all we do, for the Creator who created all the things great and small. We give thanks.
Let's go through the principles. The first one, blessed love and greetings. Welcome to day 5, our last day of camp. That's sad, right? Too short. Just when I started to have fun, it's over. But it's been fun, and we'll do this again next year, most definitely. Looking forward to seeing you all again, and stay connected after camp.
Government is trapping the system.
Jano, I'm so hungry, bro. I haven't eaten all day. Like, my head started to hurt me too. Like, what more could I eat right now?
What about a city samosa? their samosa, a fusion of Indian, Jamaican, and African culture. City samosas, the best samosas in the city.
Them could never conquer the mountains. Thousands of years and counting. Ethiopia rise again unto the world. Now we are announcing. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Well, them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. Rastafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. Well, solar energy that them a see. The whole city powered by the sun's energy. The road them make out of hemp and concrete. Neighborhoods full of fruit trees that taste sweet. The youths put down them guns, them harvest and a reap. The beautiful gardens will line every street. Tired of the bloodshed, them done with the beef. Not even animals feed them burn out the meat. Where people say Haile Selassie, I see Nile. When they see say him a treat the dirt like a child. Peace on earth from the banks of the Nile. That's why we giving thanks in style. See say Babylon a weapon, them a stockpile. Babylon a wicked, kill them brother and smile. Iron, lion, Babylon a reptile. Them a plant for shed blood, we got plans for the soil. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Well, them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. Rastafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. No more gullies, proper sanitation. Proper toilets with proper filtration. Clean water for the youths them fi use. Our sons and daughters safe, no more child abuse. Africa arise, read it in the news. On the day when Rastafari ready, wicked have fi move. 3D printing alongside hem shoes. Herb get legalized, hard drugs them get refused. Where people used to say they bring him man senile. True himself he tried it with man, woman and child. Himself peace on earth.
What do you have to tell the people about Rastafari?
Light to the world. The king of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. I like himself. Where's rightful ruler? Hey yo! Yeah, hear them high, hear the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them comes without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill. The lion will come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress Menen. My name is Kwasi Bonsu, aka DejazmatchKwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm a creative industry attorney, I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of Lion Talk. Welcome to Lion Talk and welcome to the Lion Voice Network, where the lions are telling our own story. We have a major episode for the item tonight. Global Lion Pride family, get your ital snacks, get your meditation. Make sure say you're seated. We have one of the legends in the music industry, one of the brethren who has not only distinguished himself as an artist, as a creative, but also as a businessman. And the them know that on this platform we stress the importance of business. Haile Selassie was a businessman. Rastafari was a businessman. Empress Menen was a businesswoman. We stress that is an integral part of the liberty, ownership. These things. Does Rastafari need its own creative industry and ecosystem? This is the perfect guest to touch these topics, family. Is someone who has worked at all aspects of the music industry, someone who every artist in Jamaica who is Rastafari want to have this brethren in their Rolodex and know say him phone no stop get call. We're gonna find out about all these things too, you know, family. We are the fastest growing Rastafari platform on the planet for a reason. Tell the item that I and I are unapologetic. You know, this is not the ordinary reasoning you're going to see on a main street, because we have to go talk about the emperor and the Divinity and Empress Menen and why the brethren hold certain principles in our festival and these things. So before I bring forward the guests, let me just big up the Global Lion Pride. If you subscribe, you're part of the Lion Pride. Big up every Lion Pride. Big up the Lion Pride on Patreon. Family that have been investing in the platform. I tell the item no one is coming to save us. And as Rastafari, if we don't value ourselves, then we are fooling ourselves, and we cannot and shall not depend on third-party platforms to define our story and to control our narrative and be a mix-up and blender you're seeing out there when it come on to Rastafari people, when there are so many workers. So big up all of the ones them who see the vision, support the vision. We are growing at a rate that's historic. So I just want to big up the family, all of the Africa family them globally. You know, we know the power of Kadamawi Haile Selassie the first, and we're not surprised. Big up the Action Lion Pride. You like, you comment, you share. You may not have a dollar to your name, but you are part of the movement. We value the item. Big up the watch and peep too. The watchers who watch time help we, and the peepers them just come with a bad mind intention. They want to see if we pop down. I tell the item this is a dangerous place for a peeper. Why? Because if you peep too long, your heart will go clean up, and you're going to end up saying you love the platform. So it's a dangerous place if you're a peeper. But we big you up same way you come, so you're there. All right, family. Big up all of the sponsors, Frontline Books. Big up Sekou Tafari. Big up Wally King's Entertainment, Ramir King Design. When you see I sipping, these are all Rastafari sponsors. Big up Brother Carl Philpotts. We're gonna have his link to his book in the description. All of the Rastafari family that has been supporting the platform. We're creating our own ecosystem. We can do it. We're doing it. And big up everyone who has been a part. All right, family, housekeeping out of the way. We start by cleaning up our house, because if the house not built properly, then the whole thing pop down. It don't make sense. We're out here and we're doing things, and the thing can't sustain itself. So we put the housekeeping first as a principle, family. So give thanks for your patience. But that is out of the way now. We are going to welcome a guest, as I say, legendary. When I was a youth, I hear song about fresh vegetable and tell me if you love Tony Rebel. When me a ballad Sunday morning, Saturday morning cleaning, I'm hearing this song and it just sticking in your head as a youth. I think every Jamaican youth supposed to know the song. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the great Tony Rebel. Welcome, family.
Yes, I. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Give thanks.
Let me just say it's a great honor. to welcome the I on the platform. And let me just publicly say, I was one of the founders of the Jamaica Music Conference, and the I came as a panelist. The I also came with Jaria and did a marvelous presentation. And I want to thank the I because, I've witnessed the I as a one who willing, to make a difference in all facets. I just reasoned with Ras Tafari, and him say that it was the I who direct him to the selected speeches, and this is why I had to reach out immediately and say, yeah, we need to reason with the I and the great works that the I has done. The I is also the first recipient of the RMO Prize Trust Award that was granted at Rebel Salute. Out of the entire family, many worthy ones, but there are many reasons why I think that I lose that seal. So I just want to welcome the I to the platform, and the tradition on this platform. When you come on this platform, we ask all of our guests to step into the Lion Talk time machine and to take us to the moment of your birth and to share with us your origin story. What parish, what was it like growing up on your journey to Rastafari?
Well, I'm from Manchester, the central part of Jamaica, round in the south. I also have a tradition where I go Senton in Claremont when I was 13, and I came back to Manchester. So it's really in the rural part I'm
Okay,
from,
okay,
where we plant things and grow animal and them things.
okay. So did I grow up in a Rastafari family?
You mad? You never listen Nazarene Bow.
Yes,
Nazarene
yes.
Bow say when my grandfather used to send me to the barber, and I see the man with the razor, I think him going to commit murder. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
yes.
I grew up with a grandfather. My mother died when I was 4.
Okay.
A bus killer, the bus where she wait for running at the bus stop and kill her.
Wow.
And I grew up with my grandmother and my grandfather. And
Okay.
my grandfather was a policeman.
Okay,
But he's
okay.
a policeman with smoke herb and them things, but he never want no rasta about them.
Yeah.
So I'm on divert and, go live for my own when I'm
Okay.
17 and
17. What
full
year was
rasta.
I born? What year was I born?
I was born the year when Jamaica got independence.
Okay.
I could
Okay.
not I could not live in a English colony. So they make sure so them change it. I was born 1962 on the 15th of January,
Give
like
thanks.
Martin Luther King.
Haile, mighty. And then now, what was rural? Because one of the things, we have a lot of young viewers, we have a lot of African viewers. Describe what rural Jamaica was like in the 60s, early 70s. What was a day in the life like in
Well,
rural?
rural Jamaica never have any asphalt road. You
Okay,
have a road with stone and rock and hole in it and them things, and you hardly see a car drive down there. Whenever a car driving down there is like it's excitement, you know what I mean?
okay,
And we never have electricity. We used
okay.
to have Peony Valley.
Hmm, hmm.
Yeah, so them kind of runnings there.
Yeah.
I
And,
man
and
come through.
stick a pin. Just explain to the people what is a peony wallet, because we have a big
Well,
international
Peony Valley
audience.
is like a bird, a small bird with lights on
Yeah,
it, that
it's
in
an insect. Like,
during the night it show light. You
yeah,
just see
it's
a
a
whole
little
heap of them.
insect. Yeah.
And you can always get them and put them in a bottle and
Oh,
it shine in the dark.
okay.
Yeah.
So ancient livity we are talking about in rural Jamaica, because a
Yeah,
lot of the
man.
young people, this is internet age, so we can't take for granted that they overstand that there was no cell phone.
No, what sell? No buy phone, no cell phone,
You see it?
and
And
no house phone either. You know, you say no electricity, no there, lamp with light and torch and
yes.
no gas stove and electric stove is like a wood fire. You
Okay.
have to go look wood and make up the fire, you know.
Serious thing. So I want the people them just to understand. This is a different Jamaica that no longer exists again.
It still exists, man,
It exists.
but it in a small proportion right now.
Okay, okay. You
It,
have to
it
go
still
way up.
exists. If
You
you're
have to
going to
go.
the countryside, you see people live that way they still. You know what I
Okay,
mean? People live with them wood fire same way people live where no electricity not there and no asphalt road is not. Those places do exist in Jamaica
oh,
and still irate.
still Irish. So what was
Yeah.
your education like as a child?
Well, I man went to Frankfurt Prep School. I went to a school called Ferguson. And
Okay,
then the universe has me, taught me everything that I know.
okay. And then now, what was your first memory of seeing Rastafari? What was the first memory?
the first memory I've seen a Rasta man, is a man where I'm afraid of.
Okay,
A bongo Cecil who
o-
live in the hills in the Carpenter's Mountain, cause it's the Carpenter's Mountain me come out of
okay,
in a Manchester. So
yeah.
Bongo Cecil is a man who live in a cave over there.
Oh wow.
I want to tell you, say one time Bongo Cecil went to spend some time with his brethren, Bongo Glen. Bongo
Mhm,
Glen had a house. And when
mhm.
he went there and walked on the concrete, he got sick.
Okay,
They have
serious.
to bring him back into the mountain.
Wow.
So the first time I saw him, I ran. And him said to me, I can't forget him say, you don't run when you see I. Cause run is a guilt.
Uh,
That
was he a bird imple? Was he sackcloth and them thing there all
yeah man. Yeah
okay,
man, walk without shoes and him just living at the mountain, where no one no reside.
okay, okay. And when was the first time now you start gravitate now to the liberty? What was that journey?
Well, you find out, say, when I'm about 16, me used to go at a place called Providence and me used to go DJ upon like a sound.
Okay,
And I dread used to up there named Bongo Jashi
o-
and some other Ras. So I man used to them amongst them a whole lot and find out how loving they are.
okay,
There was some loving brethren and them used to care for me and thing.
okay. And
And then
that was in Manchester.
that is this, yeah, Manchester. And then when I was 17, I just decided to part ways with my grandpa and go living at the hills.
Wow.
And there so Rastafari come full circle to me.
Full circle. So you made that hill stride. That was in the 70s?
No, that was 1980.
80. Okay.
80, I was there from 1979 and so, but
Yeah.
I made the full trad in the 1980.
1980. And that's when you stopped trim everything.
No man, I stopped trim from I was 17, cause 1980 I was 18.
Okay, okay,
At
okay.
least when I used to go school.
Mhm.
All the children supposed to write a anonymous letter about a next person.
Mhm.
And about 10 of them say I man behave like I'm Rasta. Yeah, and I want to tell you, say every holiday when it comes to the summer holiday, I stop comb and trim and
Hot,
everything.
hot, hot.
And I have to go back when September month come now.
So,
And you know,
so there I made mention of Nazarite vow. Was that the inspiration at that time within the Liberty, or was it just following the Rastem that you had seen, or what was the motivation for growing the locks at that? Because some people come through the culture and then the education part come later on down the line.
Yeah, man, I was natural inspiration for me.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I see the rest them and the rest them, me love how them behave, me love how them talk, me love how them act.
Okay,
And then I just start growing my dread without even the education towards it. And then I
see.
start read Bible. Cause
Okay,
Bible first man start read and start go with one chapter a day. And
okay,
then me buck up on Ezekiel 44 and Numbers 6 and I say, wait,
okay,
man can hold a realms by not cutting them locks and you know for suffer your locks from grow
okay.
until you know what I mean further on me educate myself towards Rasta.
Towards Rastafari. So when now, um, because you have the culture, but when now does the emperor now start to take precedence within the whole concept?
Well the emperor was from the beginning, you know.
Okay,
But me start learn more about the emperor when I man used to listen to Miguel
okay,
and Leakem Smash and them man there.
okay.
I used to listen to Bob Marley. I listen to Bob Marley a whole lot.
Yes,
Cause for my sabbatical is only Bob Marley could have played. The only next person could have played in my tape is Garnet Silk when him did come forward.
okay.
So I'm on start I pre the majesty from them time then I say wait. You know what I mean? I aim.
So how because this is one of my regular questions, because every Ras that you talk to cite divinity in a different aspect. You know, you're gonna get a different answer. How does the I cite the divinity of Kadamawi Haile Selassie the first?
Well, I see the divinity on His Majesty from the days of Ori come right down. I'm on go Ethiopia.
Okay,
I'm on trod the hills of Addis Ababa, Lalabella, the whole of them place there and got do my research.
yeah, Shensi.
Go all the grave where them say them put His Majesty in and see say it empty.
Yeah, fire. Mhm.
Sight a blind old lady who say him just a look for see Togo come forward cause anytime him see Togo him know His Majesty is next. And them say His Majesty gone and you know what I mean? The lady have all hopes to see His Majesty again.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, just let them know when you say Togo, because some people don't know.
Togo was him lion.
Yeah,
Togo was him pet. The
yeah,
lion who every time him a go Moscow Square is like Togo go before him go sit down so them know His Majesty is soon forward.
and sometimes they would free up Togo at the palace. And
Yeah. I
Togo used
true. Me
to
have, me have,
go.
me have to express, I explain. Cause me forgot say we are talk to people who are not overs.
Yes, yes, that's why we like to break it. One of the great thing about this platform, Ras, is that a young youth in Zambia can go up on YouTube. You know what I mean? Google Tony Rebel, and he has access, because one of the things that I established this is because I realize my generation is probably the last that sit at the feet of the elders and get that part of the liberty where hours and hours we sit up and we just listen, the pace.
Well at that when we used to smoke weed,
Yes,
when we pass round a spliff or pass round the chalice, I just reasoning
reasoning.
and reason from 8 o'clock till before the man I say, right, say a time out for go sleep. You know what I mean? Cause every man a exchange an idea and out of teaching you learn, out of learning you teach.
Highly.
You know what I mean? And it just go vice versa and a set go. Cause our tradition is oral tradition. It's like we sit at the grio's feet and the griot tell with the story and we make sense of it. You know what I mean? And I hope the youths them nowadays get back to that tradition, that golden majestic heritage where
Yeah, man.
you know what I mean? We sit at the elders' feet because I no shame not in a that, you know. No
No,
shame is not in sitting at somebody's feet. Because if somebody go the full circle, the whole 360, it's like him can always tell you where the pitfalls are. Him
I,
can
I,
always show you where you must not tread. So it will save you the whole other tradition that if you listen and you're able to break new grounds.
it's part of every African tradition, you know, across the continent, the role of the elders, you know, in
Yes.
any civilized society is paramount. So this is very crucial. So I give thanks that we can hear from the eye wisdom and hear from the eye journey. You know, Empress Menen, you know, now has become very prominent in the movement, but a lot of I and I early days, you know.
Never. Will it against the woman.
Yeah. So when did the consciousness of Empress Menen and how did I cite the importance of Empress Menen even within?
Well, from the moment I realized that 2nd of November 1930, His Majesty Crown Empress Menen beside him, and I hail His Majesty as the Divine One, I know that it is very important for Empress Menen to be in the equation because him wouldn't crown her Queens of Queens if she was not important to the tribe. So from that time, I realized because Wolipa Rastas or Rasta men,
Mhm.
them devise something, them own concept to
Yes.
deal with life. But
Yes.
I obey His Majesty. The things that I see His Majesty do, I will do.
Yeah, man. I stay the same way. I tell brethren, say, you know, I always put a brethren resume aside of His Majesty, and whoever win, I'm gonna follow. That one, I don't see no one who match up to
No
their,
one.
you know what I mean. So I have to follow His Majesty, you know.
Yes,
So
I.
I,
And
I,
and, and sometime I want the something where it is justified to me, but I say, would the Majesty do that?
do
And
exactly.
maybe it's no. So I bite my lip and just live.
Yes, yes. Wise Irish, you know. And
Yes, sir.
in this Armageddon time, even more than ever, we need to walk that narrow line, you know,
Yes, I.
that disciplined approach. What I want to know now is coming out of, you know, treading into Rastafari, how did music, part of the I trad factor in? And
Well,
what,
music was in the trad from long time. Cause when I was 12, I wrote my first song, and
okay,
always into the comic and where they say you can enter into some competition or write songs, and so I always into that. I always beat the desk at school and try to DJ U Brown song, Weather Balloon, and you know what I
okay,
mean, a whole heap of other songs and get money too
yes,
for
yes,
DJ and them thing there. And being on a sound system from maybe I was 13, 14, a sound called Thunderstorm, of which I think it
okay,
was a tropical depression. But I DJ at school, I DJ at all the concerts around. So I did just love music. So music was in me all this time. You know what I mean? I used to see my grandmother sing at church. My two grandmothers sing at church. And my grandfather used to play him guitar and keep session and so.
okay,
So after a while now, I decided to take it up seriously. So
okay,
I one time a brethren when him Colin, him live a foreign now. Him bring a competition paper. Come show me and say me can enter. Cause him
Yeah.
know say him a artist too, you know, but him know
Yeah.
say me better than him.
Okay.
Cause me take it up well serious.
Yes,
So
yes.
him carried come show me now and me decide for go in a mandeville. Cause I in the bush me live.
Yes, yes.
And me make a song, you know, called Jamaica 21 and go out there and win the DJ contest and came second in singing.
Okay.
So I enter the DJ contest and enter the pop and variety with a song
Yeah.
and come first in the DJ and second in the singing.
And the singing. Okay.
Yeah. So from them time they from me I win this and now me decide say yeah me have to go come at town.
Okay. What year was that?
That was 1983.
83. Okay.
Yeah man, 1983. You did born them time eh?
Yeah, man, at 77, I forward when the 27 clash. When the 27 clash, I man forward out, you know. With
Yes, sir.
the after His Majesty declare war for Italy the
Yes,
2nd
yes,
of October. But yeah, man,
yes.
so talk to I about now the first hit song that the I was able to achieve. What was the first song that made you know yes?
The first song I'm gonna do is a song called Casino. It
Okay.
was it was when the government wanted to introduce casino gambling in Jamaica,
Yes.
and the moralists were against it, but the gamblers were for it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I man made a song about that, and a brother by the name of Mikey Jenkins produced it. I think 1984.
Okay.
I remember when I won the DJ contest in Mandeville, him look for me and him say, "You look like Marvin Gaye. You come off this and you come off the stage like Teddy Pendergrass," and he really believed in me. You know what I mean? Hearing those things from a guy who was a teacher,
Yeah.
it really propelled me to say at least somebody see something in me, because
Something.
I never even know who them brother there is, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yes. And what were you always Tony Rebel? Was that always the
No, you find out say one at a time now. I man used to name Papa Tony and
okay?
Rankin Tony, because those were the names
Yes,
of the time.
that era, yeah, man.
But I decided to be different. I never have a I wanted my name, but wanted a prefix. I never want a prefix in front of it. I want a suffix. So
Yes.
I said Tony tough. I tried
Okay.
Tony rough. I said no, that not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, but as a rebel, I
Yes.
was rebellious. So I just said Tony Rebel and it fit well, it sound good.
Yeah, man. All today, still.
Yeah, cause you have to in those days you have to have a name.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's either you're going to use your name and add something to it, or put something before it, or you create a name like Muta Baruka.
Yes, yes, yes. Big up Muta.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think yeah, the I chose wisely. History has recorded that the I chose wisely. You know what I mean? Because
So,
now that is a global brand, you know,
yes,
even
I.
beyond just the name, it become a global brand. Um, so what was that first hit song that the I had?
Well, the first song was Casino Gambling. The first time I heard it on radio, Barry G played it,
Yes, yes,
Pandemonium, Radio Buck. You can't even hear it so much.
yeah,
The way
yeah,
you buck it. And when I came to Kingston in 1985, I think, I was with Sugar Mine at Sound, was with youth promotion and thing.
yeah, legendary.
Yeah, man, I sugar sound, my practice on.
So
You know what
hold
I
on,
mean?
stick up in, because you have to paint a picture, because this
Yeah.
is the lion telling his story. This is a legendary, because I feel like we need to have some film about these times, blockbuster film,
Yeah.
dramatizing these, because when you hear about the talent that was on a youth man promotion, talk to us about what that was like living in that history.
Well, well, well. I remember, the first I was with a sound called Destiny International in Mandeville. A sound that came from England. Me and Garnet Silk and Everton Blend and all of we used to dep on it. And we used to kill every song. So one time youth promotion came down there and play against us and we win them.
Yes,
And
yes,
Coleman, who is from Manchester, who won the DJ contest the year before I won it,
yeah.
me and him are brethren.
Uh-huh.
So him say, you come a town. So I came to Kingston one time when I heard that um, youth promotion was playing against a sound on Maxfield Avenue. I think on Maxfield. No, not Maxfield. One of those avenue.
Yes,
It was
yes,
playing against Gemini at Gemini Club.
yes.
So I came from Manchester, and took a bus and come Kingston.
Okay.
When I went to I think 45 and a half, halfway Tree Road, that's where the sounds were playing. They said that a dread pass named Nabby.
Okay.
And so them now gonna play Gemini anymore. Them gonna play over Nabby Yard, over
Okay.
Portmore.
Okay.
And I decided to go over there because the sound system selector was one who used to come to Manchester. Him name Major Stitch.
Major
So
Stitch.
yeah. So when I go over there now, him see me and him say, what? DJ there town? I'ma say yes. But before that when them carry me around Robert Crescent,
Yes.
some youth came around there. I'ma say Sugar mine at him. I want to talk to Sugar. I'ma say Sugar look for me, but me I
Yes.
say sure. To the amount of man where they around him as a countryman, me just go easy. Me
Eh,
want him hear me.
yes.
So the night when Major Stitch give me the mic, I'ma start. I'ma kill everything.
Hot.
Them say Jaro that play down the road and nobody know their Jaro.
Hot.
Everybody come up with me there. Because of the new youth this way I sting,
Yeah.
and then when me finish Sugar Mine come tell me say, yeah man, me hear you, you're not too honorable, you sound good.
Uh-huh.
You can come from the sound. At that me that word
Wait,
fine
but
up.
wait. And let me say this. Let me say this publicly. The Eye is one of the great songwriters in Jamaica history, because I don't hear enough ones block that sound to the eye. Your songwriting ability is you know extraordinary, to say the least, because you have some classics that can never.
And only my classics them man. Lioness on the Rise where Queen of Africa do and me write it.
I know that. I know that.
I gave you everything I've got where Garnet sing is me and you know what I mean I hold
Okay.
it more song me do.
That is where I want to jump to too, because this is part one. We can't go through everything.
But when I
Okay.
finish tell you,
All right. All right.
because I want to come back to that
Yeah.
question that you asked me, which is my first song,
Yes. Yes.
my
Yes. Go ahead.
first hit
Go
song.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was with the sound and I come up every Thursday and go back down Sunday night. Sometime without money, sometime I get a little money and you know what I mean. But during that time, that was like my Edna Mandley. It was like
Okay. Okay.
practicing with the big artists. Cause every Thursday night, round Sugar Mine would be filled
Wow.
with Tenasa,
Wow.
Little John,
Wow.
Tristan Palmer, Johnny Osborne, all all of the big names at that time used to be there. So you're rubbing shoulder with them and you feel good.
Serious.
Yeah, and them rate you too. So I man was there for a while. Like I bring in Garnet Silk, that time him name Bimbo, Monk
Yes.
Sugar Mine and then
So you knew Garnet from country.
Yeah, man. Then me bring Garnet come a town.
Okay. Cause we call Garnet the Archangel sometime, because the voice when him
Well,
have,
I know.
yeah.
Well, I know, man. When me and Garnet they are Manchester, I'ma come town. Me decide say me nah left him. Me and him used to sleep on the floor, and my
Okay.
woman and his woman and my two picnic them there on the bed, For
Okay.
months we sleep on the floor and whether they attack. We live the whole of this your life where me I live now in
Wow.
our head from them time there.
Wow. Serious.
Garnet and my brother from another mother.
Wow.
Yeah,
What
man.
when did you know that he had the because I look at this as an anointing, because we have certain artists, Bob Marley was one of these artists that
Yeah.
just have this anointing. Garnet Silk, Sizzla Kalonji, I said it have it for a time too. Chronix is a man where me feel like him, just
Yeah.
that favor there that just shine, from the most high.
Well,
What
well, well, well. It's when Garnet start put on him locks.
yeah.
Cause him used to borrow my hat and one wear it go downtown and one day I said just love my hat, man, and wear your hair go downtown, and from the day him wear it, but from the day him never wear it and him go downtown, him come back and say him feel so good
Wow.
to have him locks, him short locks. Cause I have pictures with him when him really a ballad, me a
Yes,
rasta.
yes, yes, yes. Serious thing.
No, you see, Garnet story is one whole another story.
That's what I say. But true, we know the connection. The world knows the connection, and his voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That
Well,
that
me and him used to sing. Me and him used to sing. Him say him can't DJ like me. And
yeah.
me know say me can't sing like him. So, me just concentrate on DJ and him stop sing. Him
See,
stop DJ. Because him DJ to him bad,
yeah, Limbo. Yeah, me know him have a song that did come on road too.
Yeah,
When
man.
he,
Everyone is gonna love this.
yes,
Yeah, man. Him bad, man. I
yeah,
did me DJ. Because every week, I man used to make at least 5 new songs. He make at least 5 new songs, and whether
wow,
they compete with on Destiny International,
yeah,
Because it's so we learn, and it's so when we go back home, we just make lyrics and come back and display it when Saturday and Friday and Sunday come. You know
wow,
what I mean? But my first to answer your
yes,
question, because I
yes.
stay a little. To answer your question, my first hit song was Armor.
Which black that
Oh
one.
Lord, it's hard to be humble and perfect in every way. But some dibby guy want test me. Want find out how me stay. But I chew me know me near every Tony. I'm a full up of the agony. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. I'm doing the best that we can, Tony Rebel of the armor. Through a launch the attack we are the that one there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So how did that change your life? Because the other thing is that I
Changed
want
my life enough.
I want the young people know that in the early days of it wasn't no big money contract when they hired them a work on sound system and these things.
No man, enough time you not get no money too. Enough time you not get no money, but due to we love what we do and we do what we love, we never take things for granted. We're happy with ourselves and we're happy with what we do. Sometimes we go home and we don't have food, but we love the music and the music love we. Because the music love we are it in us. That's we can do it, and we can do something that hundreds, millions of people can't do. So
yeah, man.
it make we distinguish.
What
So
year?
so
What year was that song released?
say 1990,
Okay,
because I used to go to Penthouse like every day from 1988. You know
okay,
what I mean? That is the next story too.
yes,
But I used to go to Penthouse, and one time Dave Kelly there playing the young girl business rhythm, and Wayne Wonder sing pan it, and Chaka Demus and a whole heap of people, and me there out in the hallway, and then I talked to a daughter from Manchester named Lady Venus.
Yes.
And them Apache Scratchy writing a song and I just write the song for him. It named Bangkok, 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 Bangkok. I wrote that for him. And
Okay.
he went in there and he sang it. Mash up the place and Dave Kelly come out and say, "You right song, man, and you're not even come on the rhythm. Come on the rhythm, man." And them forced me. Them actually forced me for going there now.
Art.
But I want to tell you, sir, before me leave out at the living area, the liming area, it's
Yeah.
like I hear Lady Venus say, oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. And I just went in there spontaneously, you know,
Yeah.
and just do. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. That when I did the first verse, I saw everyone, because you know them time that you can look through
Yes. The glass.
the glass. I see
Yes.
everybody handing in the ear. So me stop and say, wow, I'm gonna like it. And Dave Kelly I said, like it. A red light, we take that what you do a while ago. Cause me I said, me could do it over. And him I said, nah.
Okay.
I that cut that we want. Me for
Yeah.
just find the next verse. And me find the next verse. And it's the first time I man see people are whine to my song and go
Okay.
down low to my song, you know, cause you know my virgin them always tell me say me's a Fab Five artist. Me get enough radio play, but me not get no dancehall link.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that was a song that was it actually sound like me a bad boy. Cause man a
Okay.
man used to say talk about me how me hair trim and how the feeder did the hairstyle when me have and how me fight
Okay.
me up against Cutty Ranks and the whole of them, but I did just a song. And
Yes.
from that time, my life changed.
Change.
It changed. I want to tell you when me do armor, it's like me stay at the studio for months. Me just stay
Okay.
at the studio. Meanwhile, Apache Scratchy go Canada and come back with big chain and them thing. But me stay in the studio. Me lock in the studio and them time them me do fresh vegetable and
No,
do dancehall
you
ringtone
can't.
and
Fresh Vegetable is not a song you can just go past that fast because that song, you know what I mean? I remember that's part of my youth, you know, before I even listened reggae properly. You
yeah,
Fresh Vegetable, you know, the whole rhythm was amazing, but that song there, you know what I mean?
yeah. I
How
want to tell you,
yeah,
how that song they go. I was in the studio and watched Barry Salmon doing Tempted to Touch.
yes,
I
classic.
saw him voicing it. I saw him voice like two lines and come out and listen to it and put on the harmony on it and him go back and listen to it. Him take a time to do it. And when that song came out, that song was ripping up New York and London and those places.
Yes.
And Donovan Jeremy and every day say, Tony Rebel, go on the rhythm. You need
Mhm.
to be on that rhythm. And I said, no, them rhythm they too slow. Them time they
Yeah.
I'm gonna really bust out yet. Me I said them
Okay.
rhythm they too slow. I want a faster rhythm for do something.
Yeah.
And then he asked me for about 2 months, you know, and one day him in the studio and him say, Tony Rebel, you see what me I tell you for voice the song cause Barry Salmon sang a mash up on New York and you have a chance for boss. I'm just go around there and listen to the rhythm because if you notice the punchline is like how the bass line go.
Yes. Yes.
And I just said fresh vegetable. And I did. I want to tell you,
It's
when
what
me
is
do,
is
when me do fresh vegetable, Superman and Spider-Man did in at the studio.
okay.
And it was a spontaneous tune, you know. No writing or nothing, you know. Me just go around there. Me never think about it before.
What?
It's the rhythm gave me that melody, you know. See?
Wow.
And me I tell you, say, when me I come round, me say, oh, it sounds Superman. And Superman say, what? And number one that man, and me say, you're a hypocrite. Cause which part of that character number one? It was my first number one.
Yeah, it's one of the most catchy songs in all of reggae music. Period. Point blank. End of the story. Right. So
And true. And then And then what good about it is that I call my name in it. My
Yes,
name is a
branding.
part. My name is a part of the hook. So yeah, man. So may I tell you, fresh vegetable. What good about it is that I actually promoted my name because in those days, people on the radio, the disc jock on the radio, used to just play the songs
Yes,
in bulks.
yes,
And a man will say, who did that song there? Who did that song there? You hear the song plenty, but you never have a man calling the artist name.
yes,
So when you call your name in your punchline, that
yes.
was good. You know what I mean?
Genius, genius. Did you have an awareness of branding at the time? Were you thinking on that level at the time?
No. Well, I had an awareness of my name.
Yes,
I had
yes.
an awareness of my name, but as to branding and them thing, then nah, you just have the music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're talented and you just want the people to hear you. You have a message where you know you'd love to tell the world. And so you just try your best for do it in a way where it palatable, it acceptable. One of the things I never do, no slackness.
And that's commendable. That is commendable. And I didn't even have an awareness that the I was coming from a Rastafari perspective as a youth. Is when I grow older now and look forward on the lion log that we see, the influence and the impact. Aside from Nazarite Vow, which is a big song and is more explicit, you know what I mean? But a lot of the lion log is in keeping with the teaching, but it have a public. I think there is one of the artists that widely across Jamaica, you know what I mean?
Right.
Is
That's deliberate though.
okay.
Because one at a time Jeremy look for me and say, from Bob Marley dead Rasta dead out of the business.
Wow.
So and that was my producer.
Okay.
So as a Rasta, you have to find a way to engage the public, but to rush them with Rasta. Cause so them not into Rasta. You have to
Yes.
kind of catch them with a certain thing and then you hit them with where you want hit them with. I mean, when Kolanji and them other artists they come forward, them could have come and just hit them with that because we already set the pace.
Set the pace.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that era because I look at that era as there was a controversy about this term reggae revival, and when I look at the progression of Rastafari within music in Jamaica, we see Bob Marley came at a time when there was a Jacob Miller. There were a portion of artists that did rise. You could say that Youth Man promotion was a next,
So when
explosion.
when when me come forward, me Garnet Silk and
Yes, yes.
Yassa Safari and all of them, they,
That
they,
was
they
the
say
next wave.
they actually describe us as reggae revivalists, from
Okay,
Manchester.
okay. You see, so I have a theory that the Majesty will always rise up. Young
Yes,
ones in Jamaica
yes, I.
to carry the.
And after we some youth are gonna rise,
That's
too.
that's what I'm saying. And one of the things I tell the reggae revival youth, because a lot of the ones them criticize the ones them in our community, but I always say we weren't prepared for these waves as a community to really put that infrastructure around and make sure that we have an ecosystem that we own. And this is one of the things I want to talk to the I about, because you're uniquely situated to have this reasoning with I,
Yes,
is
sir.
that when we talk about and I gave the example today off the air about the Cali Roots ecosystem. The
Right.
both of them have created an entire ecosystem, from venues to touring to they have a non-profit entity that deals with the tour support, that all of the bands then pay into. They have a for-profit record label that work in there's a whole ecosystem that has been created. They have a big festival in Jamaica. A lot of people don't even know about that sell-off. Not no Jamaican don't know about that. They fly in all of these bands. So from touring, taking them thing. And I'm saying, as Rastafari, we must develop our own ecosystem. One of the challenges artists have, and one of the critiques is that the man them a water down the message because they have to keep that tour, cycle. You have to make the music that's palatable for these audiences. And I say we have not done the work to cultivate that audience that wants that authentic Rastafari message. We know it's millions, but they're not buying the music, and we have not done a good job. I want to know how the I cite what Iman is saying as someone who is on the front line, in terms of Rastafari in the industry.
Well, because enough of the youths them not see further than them nose. Them
Okay.
can't look wide and see what is happening and adjust themselves to to different planes of the earth.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I that is why I do Rebel Salute from
I know.
1994
Yes.
until now. You know what I mean? And even though it rough and rugged enough time, I would love to just go on tour and leave that alone because that caused a whole heap of bad blood more time. And
Yes. Yes.
you know what I mean? It's when I go out, if I can tour Europe and come back with some money and nobody don't even know that I leave Jamaica. But that is where unity is concerned. That is where we need to unite.
Yes.
Because for one person to do that whole barrage of thing,
It can't happen. It's
it can
impossible.
happen. But I mean, if we come together and as a unit, all of us have the resource where we can put together and make. We have something like Cali Roots, or even better, because we are the original.
I have seen it, during the Jamaica Music Conference. We have Rasses at every aspect of the music industry operating at all levels, in a high capacity. I'm having this reason with different brethren and sistren, and I think we need to create that on the continent, because we're at a junction now where the continent is emerging, and there's the opportunity for us to really put some infrastructure in place, learn from the mistakes we made in the West. Because right now I can tell you, Universal Music owns most of the Rastafari catalog. I mean,
I
publishing
know.
is coming
I
through.
know the whole of Ras Records.
Yes, all of that gone
All of
to
that called Ras Records used to do the Rastafari
yes.
recordings, you know. Him
Yes.
have some him have some for me too.
Okay, okay.
You know what I mean?
The day I used to live in Washington D.C. because I hear like you used to be in this area. Is that true?
No man, I the longest I man stay in America is 8 weeks. When I was with Columbia Records,
Okay,
we did a tour uh, um, for the film. What name again? The bobsled film.
okay.
Cool Runnings.
School runnings.
Yeah.
Yes.
And and we did a 8 weeks tour. That's the longest I ever been there. But
Okay.
I hear you mention Carl Philpott and Sister Valerie. Them are my
Yes.
friend. I love them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I met
Those are
Sister
my
Valerie
teachers.
in Ethiopia and Addis Ababa.
Yeah, man. Brother Carl is one of my teachers.
Yeah, man, a good brethren, man. Them say me favor him, you know.
you know, it's true when you say that. Um, but because one of the things I rate about the I is, and as an attorney, I've represented promoters. We see behind the curtain of the business, you know what I mean? So we know the challenges.
Right,
A lot of people think when you have a festival and people show up that you're a multi-millionaire, um,
right.
and they don't understand that you can have a full venue and still not make back
The
the
expenditure,
expense.
you could make a lot of money.
Yes,
The expenditure takes a lot.
takes a lot.
Yeah, man, and especially when you don't get sponsorship as what you'd expect, and you have to go in pocket and do it because it's a must, you know. So you
Yes,
have to do it whether no matter what it takes. You're
and
going to get
that's
it
where I was
over.
leading to, is that without that, in the music industry, the alcohol companies are some of the major sponsors for entertainment events, and your stance, you know what I mean, holding that firm stance of no alcohol, I know has impacted the eye bottom line, and this is one of the reasons I rate the eye so highly, knowing that sacrifice, but knowing that as Rastafari, this is part of the ownership.
Yeah, money is not all.
You see it?
And once I'm doing something for the Majesty, I want to have it as clean as possible. I
Isaac,
don't want to sell no spirit in bottle where when a man left my venue, they are not inspired and motivated. I
Isaac.
want to do something for the industry to preserve what Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and Jimmy Cliff them did. You know,
Yes,
that is my duty. Every the chain is as strong as the weakest link.
weakest link.
So as my link in the chain, I have to stand up strong, and I bring my youths them to adhere to the same principles. You know what I mean? So I don't take money from Red Stripe Beer. One time a man named Alan from South Africa, he became a friend, and him said, Tony, just put Red Stripe Beer upon him, we can give you millions. I
Mm,
didn't.
serious.
My friends own Kentucky, and them know so them can't sponsor me. I don't want the money.
Hot, 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 hot. No man, it's serious. And one need to hear this because you know it's easy to critique a one who carried this great burden upon their shoulder. But we have to also applaud a one for holding and to maintain, because a lot of people is like a pilgrimage going to Rebel Salute, you know?
Yes, man.
And
Definitely.
the I has created that space, and you know they have to be commended for that. We know there are challenges, you know.
A whole heap of challenges.
Yeah, man.
Whole heap. Whole heap. But it's my defined mandate.
Yes, I.
So I just do it. I tell you that a lot of times I feel better if I go out and tour because I'm an artist with a whole heap of hit songs.
Hits after hits.
Hits after hits where I can always just go out there and provide music for people and eat. But I decided to do this space. You know that one time I invited Bobby Wine,
Yes.
and Bobby Wine from Uganda was
Yeah.
in prison because the president put him in jail and shoot
Yes.
all him drive, I think is him.
Oh wow.
And Bobby Wine is well known in Uganda. And when I bring him to Jamaica, he used my platform. He couldn't do any public speaking in Uganda. He used my platform to speak to his people in Uganda. And
Wow.
the night that the internet nearly broke with the
Huh.
amount of people from Uganda
Who
who
are
tuned
watching?
into Bobby Wine, and he used that stage and talked to them.
Okay.
So when I see things like these happening, I feel good to know that, you know what I mean, I'm a contributor to the positivity of the earth.
Yeah, man, and again, the Rebel Salute stage is one of the few stages where the focus is on Rastafari, the levity, and even the thing I love too is when the dancehall artists them come, they have to do a clean set.
Yes,
Um,
I.
you know, I grew up as an original Bounty Killer fan. You know, because I grew up in Toronto, Canada.
Yes.
And you know, in high school, them used to call I Bounty because me used to love Killer so much. And one of the greatest Killer sets I ever see was when he was on Rebel Salute. You know,
Right.
and
because he was Rodney Price.
the price and the potential you see of that voice to do good. That is why I had to leave Killer when I started to rust. Me I had to leave. You know, from
Yes.
that side of things because the back and forth thing we
Good work.
couldn't work with it, you know?
Him Beanie Man, my father, the whole of them.
Yes, yes,
The whole
yes.
of them come. Andre Sutherland
Yeah,
with
man.
his
But
popcorn, the whole of them come. And it goes to show that all of these youths, good are in them.
of course,
and what I try to do is evoke the good side of them. Because I talk to them before I invite them. I say, I know you have it. You can come, they come display, and they want to do that, you know.
Of course. And
It's just that when them check it out, when them used to do those, or when them put out those songs, it don't go much places
yes,
because people want them to do the dirty things.
of course. One of the things that I have been saying on this platform is that what we notice with a lot of the young Ras is that they're trying to fit in with the popular culture, with the tattoo, with the pants under them waists. You see a lot of youths who claim Rastafari, but them more try fit in. Them have a NSC. You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
they,
the whole of them are drink. The whole of them are drink
you know what I
alcohol.
mean? When they should be,
I don't drink no alcohol, much more all.
you see me I say? You know what I mean? We grow, cause I chat with Naya Bingyada. Before you would have hold of bitters and the barley brethren
You
them used to
understand?
come. They would come to what you're doing and they would more want change and be like, but it's like we lose that confidence.
Because gunman come check me, and then
Yes.
time them come check me, them leave them gun outside.
You see it? And
Them
there is
when
not the first
anytime them come check me, them humble.
there is not the first one I hear say that, because we have a lot of grassroots here and the rest them in the garrison when them hold them order, them always say that the man them have to part them thing before them come in the
Yeah
space.
man, them have to part them thing, man. Them can't ask me to buy them no shot.
You see?
I buy them any gun.
You see?
Them know my stance. Them know say me a Rasta, me can go in any one of the area. Once me wind up my window and them see me good. Me
You
not have
see?
no fear.
You see it? And this is the principle that we want to maintain, because when people go double, they put the entire community in danger.
Yes,
Because
man.
I tell the one, because even when we had that thing with Valiant and he live like Rasta and him talk about him sex off all of the girls and thing, I said for the young people, their concept of Rasta is just you live good and you because that's what they see. You drink a Hennessy, you have wool heap a woman on road and thing. They not seeing the principle. So we have to take responsibility, because it's like Peter Tosh said, you cannot blame the youths. You know what I mean?
No. Because in Jamaica, anyhow you do certain things, people say, oh, you say you're Rasta and do that. That mean them know.
Them
Them
know.
know Rasta supposed to do and Rasta not supposed to do,
Yes.
Because every household in a Jamaica has at least one Rasta youth spring out of that. You know what I mean? And the people, them condemn you. Although some of them glad to see you're doing that,
Yes.
Some of them glad to see you're going astray. But when you hold up what the Majesty say you for hold up, man, enough blessings for you.
All the time.
Yeah, enough blessings. And if you leave me alone, I'm going to hold that, because I reach to a certain stage now where I already gone through the fire and I can't change, because it's enough time. It's enough time, when a man do a song and I hear it, and in my mind, I can make the nasty version.
Yes.
And me will tell a man say, boy, if you know what coming on my head a while ago, because me's a creative, so but me not tell you, because me not gonna tell you if you ever do it.
For you do it, yeah.
No, because it's the most I give me the talent, and me have to use it in a way to please him. I have to make a joyful noise.
And the thing that we have to emphasize is that words don't have power. The word will take on life.
Of
The
course. Every time.
You see me
Every
say?
time.
So that is the thing that we have to because that is why I did have to leave Killer, because a lot of the wickedness where he must sing about.
Him not do it to you.
No, me know. Me rate Rodney Price, Me rate Rodney Price as one of the great example of, you change him life, or get a you change him life, and mean positive. But that word sound part there, you know what I mean?
Wicked.
that word sound there, because even if him no mean anything, you know, remember said manifest. Look what happened in Jamaica after his rise. I was in Toronto, you know, between 93 and 95, from Bounty Killer play a dance, you know, gunshot I got lick, you know. I've gunshot, you know. I
Yeah,
lived
man,
that.
I came to Toronto, I think 91.
Yeah.
And about the time when I came, about 8 people died pan a Jane and Finch or something like
Yes,
that.
yes, yes. So there I lived in Toronto.
No, I come to Toronto plenty.
Okay, okay.
Plenty time I go to Toronto.
As a matter of fact, I think the first time I ever met there, I was in Toronto at Sister Masani function.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
remember that. But
Okay. That
long.
was when I came to Toronto so many times already.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Um,
Toronto, I'm a place.
yeah, man. We love it there. But the word, sound, and power. You know what I mean? And as a writer, I know probably more than most. You know the powers that words can really have.
Well, you have to carve out your page in history. And in our story, we have to know what do we want our children or the children of the future to see us as. Either
Yes,
they're going to see us as a curse or as a blessing. So
yes,
I don't care too much about the fame and fortune and everything because I'm on plant a whole heap of things.
yes.
I right now I have plantains, I have banana, I have gungo peas, I have skillet, I have thyme, I have a whole heap of things that
Give,
I plant now.
give
So I
thanks.
never hungry.
Give thanks.
You know what I mean? And ackee upon tree and breadfruit and them things. So you know what I mean? I don't have to make millions. I don't have to be a Michael Jackson. I just
Yes,
want to be a Tony Rebel.
a Tony
And if
Rebel.
it's one person, I am here to help, to save. I am satisfied with the one.
Mighty.
And I
Um,
will for people tell me that you see job by my side, it helped me. It
big, big,
helped me when
big, big.
even the Minister of Finance, the past Minister of Finance, one time come out of my place and he might tell me how that song helped him through his rough times in college and you
Okay.
know, whole heap of people.
Yeah, man. Is that the biggest song? That song is a monster song. Is that the?
Well, it's a song that I wrote and I produced.
Okay. But
And
in terms of impact, would you say that's the biggest song that in the Lion Log?
why, I don't know. It's like Sweet Jamaica
Yeah, that is
sold gold already. I have
yeah,
a gold plaque.
yes.
But Jab on my side, Jab
No.
on my side is bad.
That
Fresh
one.
vegetable is bad. The whole of them bad.
No, these are all monster. You know,
Yeah, man.
these songs can never die. Um,
No, no.
Ever more. You know, as long as people there on the earth, them song they go play.
Yes,
Um,
yes. Every
talk.
day I hear them play.
Yeah,
All
man.
over.
Talk to I and I about the importance of business, because there's some false concepts that have held us down in Rastafari. That business is Babylon, that structure is evil. You know, this kind of my thing is I burn out loosey goosey. You know what I mean? This is a lion chad, and a lot of ones try to hide under this concept of this kind of heretical and with us kind of flow, and we have suffered because His Majesty showed us 5-year plans. His Majesty had multiple businesses, farms, different things, established schools. We see the principle of structure. Talk to us as someone who, yes, the eye is spiritual, but the eye also work in the business realm of things. How important?
Well, you can't too spiritual, you know. If you're too spiritual, might as well you leave the earth. You have
Okay.
to be physical too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's laziness why a whole heap of ones within Rasta don't want to deal with business, because business you have to discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah. Discipline is what makes you come over. You know what I mean? Because first of all, the Majesty wants us to be educated.
Yes.
Remember, well, for Rastas born education, you know?
Yeah, man. False concepts. False concepts. Yeah.
Maybe the academia is what them want you for swat and come regurgitate, but you know what I mean, education is what you need. You need to be educated about yourself and about your surroundings. No, you want to do business because you want to do business, but you want to do business in a healthy way. You want to do business fair.
And let's clear that business doesn't mean suit and tie and thing.
No.
You can trade. You can be a farmer and you're selling your produce, and you have buyers that come. You know what I mean? So business doesn't mean you're in a suit and tie.
Business don't mean that you have to. Business don't mean that you have to be in an office.
No.
You know, but most man do the business, you know, because most Rastas do business, but them just don't do them don't have a united front. Them don't take the business well serious that the business can even grow to a different dimension. You know what I mean? That is it, because if you buy and sell, if you sell your product, it's business. If you sell your weed, it's business. If you plant weed, it's business. So most people involved in business, most people involved in politics, but them say a politics. I say you can involve in all, but it's how you approach it. Because the Majesty, he rules with theocracy.
Haile.
He was a spiritual leader, but he was a politician too.
Yeah, statesman. I like the term statesman.
Well, he was a statesman.
You know what I mean?
So you can be a statesman.
Yeah.
And you can do it. You can approach all angles for the business and make money. But you must make money make you.
No.
That is the problem people have, you know. People have problems with money, but it's what you do with money. It's how you deal with money.
Yes.
Nothing is wrong with making money and using money for the good purposes of life.
Yes. And I want to stress to the family globally, economic development is necessary to build an alternative to Babylon. And I've been saying this, it's very capital intensive. If we don't want to be delusional, to talk about building a health center, suppose we want to build a health center with some big glass and it have...
We always want to build a health center and build schools and build all of these things.
Yes.
But you can't build these things without the capital.
You see what I say? So this is why I'm trying to change, and this is the role of media, Tony Rebel, is that we have to break down these false concepts without apology. You know what I mean? The same way we have bonfire upon Vatican and these things, we have to also bonfire on these false concepts that hinder us, you know, from...
But I want to tell you, for bonfire, no mean for just get up and chat and say a bonfire.
No.
For burn the real fire is when them have the monument and you can put a monument beside them.
Haile.
You have to build your own
alternative.
Yes. You can't say you're independent and you're Rasta and everything you buy from some people who you don't even know how they make it.
Exactly.
You're not self-sufficient. You know, plant your own food. Everything you buy, and you have to read. You have to continue to read labels, and everything that has labels is not good. And the things them without labels are right.
Yeah, man. We are currently working on an ITAL certification standard, you know, through the RMO, being developed, because again, we're looking at now taking this liberty to an industrial phase where, you know, we have to scale our business, because what's happening right now with this Armageddon war that is unfolding in the Middle East is that we know that the time will come, Straits of Hormuz closed down over in Iran, the global supply chain mash up, Jamaica, all of these islands depending on imports. What is Rastafari? How is our preparation? Are we thinking what I mean, in that forward, Joseph in the prophecy, if you look upon a biblical state when him go Egypt, him go
Right.
and him prepare for the famine stage. We were the ones that tell the world about Armageddon war, this great Armageddon war.
But we're not doing anything about it.
You see, it's almost like we're stunned that what we said came to pass. Or,
Right.
you know what I mean? And,
Right.
and this is why now I've been here sounding the trumpet that,
Well, listen.
yeah.
It is important for you to sound the trumpet, cause you find out that the Rastas who used to be before us, who used to wear crocus bag and all
Yeah,
of that, it was that time for
yeah,
them to wear that.
exactly.
You know what I mean? And then we got two different phases. Right now, it's the time where it's the industrialized time. Now is the time when we have to move forward according to the time.
According to the time. And
Yeah.
I'm one of the people that say we cannot criticize the Asian them, we can,
No, we must not. We
yeah,
give thanks to them, but
give
if,
thanks.
if our eyes are open in this day of Aquarius where we see things differently, we have to just do what we see. Because we are who we were looking for.
Exactly. We are the generation that literally seek the face of the Most High. When I came on this planet 77, His Majesty was not visible, sitting on a throne. We had to literally seek to know the Almighty, live in flesh and bone. And we now have the responsibility to build the institutions that will
Exactly.
support heaven on earth, because I tell people all the time, the fact that I could try to Ghana and go in a faraway village out of the way, and a little youth can come out and say, Ja, Rastafari, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
I.
It's not because anything I do, is the elders them will set a precedent that this thing gone out to the four corners of creation, and the integrity that I could walk into a garrison, or I can go into a courtroom, you know what I mean? And
True.
anywhere upon earth and still get that respect as
It-
a son of His Majesty. This is a living heritage, you know what I mean? So our job now
It's
is
to continue the process.
continue the process. You know
And
what I
and,
mean?
and, 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 and regardless of how it grow, we make sure so we can deal with it. If it go up on a higher level, we are educated enough, not only through school, but educated with our levity, that we
Yeah.
can have it under control and move forward. Because some youths going to come after we who going to take it to a next level too.
A next level, you know what I mean? Because AI are forward now,
Yeah.
really put in there, you know what I mean? That's not I and I think, really, you know what I mean? But the youth, them are going to come.
But we
Uh,
have to know, you see, I tell my youths them, I say, right now, you are here in 2025 and AI is here, all kind of development in technology is here. I was before that time. I was analog,
yes,
but I am here now.
yes.
I was there and here now. I'm still here now.
Yeah, man.
So
Yes,
so
indeed.
so I mean, I have to learn everything that is happening too, because I have to learn how to use the phone so that I can do an interview like this
You
and
see,
talk to the
over land and sea, in our
world.
yard, a race over land and sea. It's
See,
amazing.
you know what I mean?
But this is the age of Aquarius that you talk about, because it's a time of knowing, as my brethren Knife would say. It's a time of, anything you think of right now, there's a way to manifest it. The knowledge is there for you to acquire. There's no excuse, because I can go on an AI and ask for a business plan, and it give me a business plan
Yeah,
right.
man. You give you a business plan, anything you ask for. One time, I used to say, we're gonna have phone where we can see each other.
You see?
I used to say that, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I see where I talking to people, and it in time.
You see it? So this is the
I,
time.
I, I, I look forward to car that flies.
It's here already, you know. It's just that they can regulate it. No, it's here already. Because I keep up to date with these things, you know. I'm a futurist.
Yes,
I keep up to date with all of the future. Them have jetpack, all of them things they're already here, you know. It's just that the regulation and the liability and insurance and all them things. That's why they don't release it on the public. But
right.
it's here, you know. We're living in the future, and I have, you know, His Majesty was an early adopter of technology. The first printing press in Ethiopia was imported by a young Rastafari. The first paved road was put in at the coronation by Nigos Nagas Rastafari. So a lot of you know, the mechanized agriculture in Ethiopia, the agricultural
Yes,
colleges, all of these things were put in. The first plane we fly in a battle was His Majesty during
yes,
the war.
man.
You see me, I say, so early adoption of technology is part of we tried, and these are the things now. I want to seal up because I know your time precious, but um, Ras Emaru, you know what I mean, one of my favorite reasoning as a young brethren coming up, and you know, one of the things that really touched my heart is that him say, you know, 'cause he's a bingy man, you know, so like and I'm tried up second generation, he's Naya Bingi, but him saying father teach him the livity in terms of, you know what I mean, the wissy jungle trad and, you know, the folklore and these things, but him say the I him really see as a second father, and I really introduce him now to the teachings. Him say there I tell him that he need to read, um, to get his knowledge up for lyrics, and him said that the I really direct him, and I think this is so vital for the next generation of artists. Talk to us about the I interaction with the selected speeches and the teaching of His Majesty, and the importance for Rastafari creatives to really you know, feast on this storehouse of knowledge.
Well, the first selected speech I got was from Freddie McGregor. And when I went to Ethiopia in 1996, I bought a whole lot in the market, although you have to buy it on the black market. And I came to Jamaica, I gave one to Haile Selassie school, and I just distributed them to all Rastas that I know and say, this is your Bible.
Right.
Bible mean book.
Right.
So this is the book where the Majesty speak his mind and speak to us, telling us what to do and what not to do. So I say our Bible is the selected speech. So you like Imaru is just one of them who I not really indoctrinate, but exchange my knowledge with. You know what I mean? Because as a lyricist, you have to read. Because for
Facts.
over 30 years, I read every day.
Facts.
I that is how lyrics always easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Melodies is the next thing, and I listen to a lot of music. I listen to all sorts of music. So whenever I go in a studio and you put up a rhythm, I might just write a poem because of words that I know. When I write in more time, I have the selected speeches open beside me. I might just look in and get one word, and that's it.
Okay. This is coming from one of the great songwriters of our generation, of this generation, you know what I mean? So I am so glad to hear it from the I directly. In terms of the future, I see that Rebel Salute now is coming to America.
Yes.
What does the future look like for the I? This is part one. We're gonna have brethren for. I tell the brethren say we have to stay close, you know, because we have works to do and things.
Sure.
But what does the future look like? And also, I want the eye to also, there have been some criticisms of Rebel Salute over the years. I've heard them, in the industry. I want the eye address some of those critiques of Rebel Salute, in terms of the lineup, in terms of having too many artists, that the artists are not able to exercise what is the thinking. Have you thought about lessening the lineup, that the artists can get more time? I know there's a lot of bad blood for artists that don't get on the show, and the process and all of these things. I want to address those types of
Well,
critiques.
well, well. First, because when I start the show,
Yeah.
because I am an artist and I know how it is with artists when they're trying to get out there. Every
Yes.
time an artist would come and check me to go, even my youth like Chronics.
Yes.
The first time he was on Rebel Salute, I gave him some of my time
Hmm.
because I heard him and wanted the crowd to hear him too.
Yes.
So that is it. I always want to bring in a lot of young artists and it just get overwhelming sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just too many artists for one night. That is why I start to have it 2 nights now.
Okay.
And even when I go to 2 nights, it, 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 artists still override. But it's because of my heart.
Yes.
Because I'm an artist and I understand when a man say, boy, I have a new album and I want to highlight some of the songs. It's
Yes.
hard to tell him no
Yes.
because it's my show. But
Yes.
then I started to understand that the business aspect of it, I have to leave that. I have to know more, inject that more. So I say, um, the last time I keep 2 nights, I used 26 artists.
Okay.
And everybody always complain. But some people love it, you know. Some
Yeah.
people love to say, boy, them can pay a certain amount of money if it's a certain amount of artists, if it's even 2 songs or
Yes.
whatever. But some artists don't show no form of understanding. It's like if them don't get to do an album, them don't know that you can have an impact with 4, 5, 6 songs. And
Yes.
look, you just do a hit parade and you can have an impact. So that is it. Nowadays I totally in agreement with the people who say um use less artists. So unfortunately I have to be telling a lot of
A
people
lot.
who deserve to be on it no.
Yes. Yes.
So I want cannot no need vex with me. It's just the biz.
And it's important because you have to also make sure that the product itself, you
Don't
know,
water down.
yes, and that the people get that impact, and I think
Exactly.
it speaks to more that we need more Rastafari centric shows than to try to put that burden on one person. To because a whole heap of artists, I mean, so many artists that are there. Sometimes you forget, and then you see the lineup, and you say, "Whoa!" and you forget, say this
That
artist.
man there. No, the
Yeah,
man call you. It's like him call me and say, Rebel, I want to find your show and me. I said, John, you know what the lineup gone? Him say, me will come same way. Him say him no want no money.
you see.
Him just want to be on it. Why you gonna tell a man like that?
They see, and it's classic artists,
It's
great
classic
artists too.
artists with hit songs where you know the people would have love.
You
But
see,
for that year, you just didn't remember them.
yes, yeah, no, it's real, and I want the people hear this side of it because in Rastafari, we like to critique people harshly. We have
Right.
that style. What I mean, but I like to balance. I
Yeah,
like
well, well,
to
no,
hold balance.
it no matter when if people criticize.
Yes,
Once you criticize and you have a reason to do it, I
yes,
will accept. You know
yes.
what I mean? But you need to hear my side of the story.
That is it.
Because there's many sides.
and we're all human and we all have flaws,
Yeah.
and we have to have that mercy and that overstanding for each other, because
At least I am trying.
that is it. And that's where I was going with it. That's where I was, because the ones that are on the front line, we don't need ones that shoot from them from behind them. You know what I mean? We need
True.
ones to step up to the front line side of them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we hold this thing, because right now we need the unity. This is what I'm saying. This is why I'm calling on ones like the I who are prominent to come rally with the community. And I know they I do enough things for the community over the years. And I also know that a lot of ones kind of draw back sometimes because of the pressures of working with community sometimes can be very stressful as
No,
well.
you have to be very unconditional when you do things with
Yeah.
the community. You have to plan that you're doing something and you don't look for anything in return, not even
Yes.
gratitude.
Yeah. You see? We want to change that. You know what I mean? But that's the reality. That's the reality. But now, as I said, Armageddon, this is not the dress rehearsal for the Armageddon.
We are in it.
I call this part that we're in right now the tender mercies, because true Israel lick some bomb after Iran and never expect Iran to lick them certain way. Them did have to rally back and pause the thing for a while. But that is not for us to get complacent.
Right.
Because right now, as I said, we know it's just a matter of if, because the colonial powers are fighting for their existence. They're not going out without uh,
A
a,
fight.
a fight. Yes, is the man say?
Yeah,
So
because France still want control Burkina Faso.
that is it, and we see with Niger, Mali, they're already amassing their tactics, and Africa is going to be the resource for this third world war. All of the sides them want get them rear out.
Africa is the
Is
resource
is
from
the
long
resource.
time.
Is the resource. So, and this is all the jihadists and all of the things that are being funded by the outside entities to destabilize the continent, to keep the minerals. We see all of them play there. So, as Rastafari, I think we have a unique role, because our culture is the culture that can reach the youths. Them, most of Africa is 17 and under, the majority of the population in Africa, and Rastafari is that one thing I see that can cut through the tribalism. Um, However, we have to show them it's not just a talking thing. We have to be able to employ people to build, that they can see the liberty that we sing about, that we glorify in our action. They have to be able to see it, touch it, and
Right.
benefit their communities. But there is so much opportunity. But I'm not going to keep there much longer. Just give us some final sound in terms of the future, and then let us know how the ones them can support the eye, if there are any products or services or any way that the ones them can support the eye works.
Well, for the future, I am living in the future. I'm very futuristic. I'm very optimistic.
Haile,
I know that time will come in the future where all will be well. You
Haile,
know what I mean? And Rastafari will come to the fore more than how it is now. I am just playing my part. Because as I say, the chain is as strong as the weakest link, and I'm one of the links, so I am making sure to strengthen my link. I'll
Haile.
continue to do music. I'll continue to perform. I'll continue to give good advice. I'll continue to do show as long as I can. Like the 28th of September, we'll be in Miramar Regional Park in
Yes.
Miami. And we're going to take up Rebel Salute from Jamaica and put it there in Florida.
Okay.
Give a chance to those who cannot come to
Come.
Jamaica or never would come to Jamaica a
Yeah.
chance to see what we do here. Yeah, man, and I just saw we want all people of the earth to know that you have life. Nobody's 150 years old. So
Yes.
there's a time going to come when you get old and you'll transition. So you must make sure that whatever you do it good. Whatever you do it right. That history might be on your side, or our story might count you blessed and not cursed.
Yes, yes. Do you ever consider taking the platform to Africa?
Yes, man. A lot of times. A lot of times, my brethren, I hear saying drop out now. Him used to own a club in Johannesburg.
Okay.
Yeah, man, and it's a lot of times. It's a lot of times we and him talk because the DVDs it do a lot in those countries because bootlegged
Yes,
think bad this about it good too because them bootlegged and establish it.
yes, yes.
Yeah, and in Ghana too, me have a doctor singer brethren named Dr. Nylante.
Okay.
Yeah, man, yeah, the more Africa is where Rebel Salute should be.
I'm telling you, I
And
see it.
maybe it is going to be there.
I see it, man. I see the brand, in terms of the platforms and the ecosystem. This is why I'm one reason with the eye. It
Yes,
might be a long term plan, you know what I mean? Because we know how festival thing go. We're not naive and we're not illusionists around here. But,
right.
but you know what I mean? But it's something that we need to, because that is, I look at Rebel Salute as one of the Rastafari community strategic assets, man. I tell the truth, you know what I
That's
mean?
true, man. It's
Um,
true.
yeah, that is how I see it. So when I reason with the I reason on that basis, you know what I mean? Because we don't have many of them.
No.
Most of our festivals that we feature on, red, gold, and green, is not I and I own them.
No, it's some white people control it in Europe.
You see me I say? So that is why it's so crucial. So give us some final sound to the global family. And this is why I could have built a platform with my network that we could have looked the hype and try get big fast. But I said we have no content that's feeding the root of the movement. That is why I do this type of content.
But you say, you might say, you know what, no hype, but this is the hypest thing.
May I tell
Because
you,
it's life we are dealing with and we are dealing with the king.
you see me I say, and
No,
I know the power.
them
I know
thing
the
is
power.
electricity.
We have not even
Electricity is power.
we haven't even tapped a inch of the power of Kadama with Haile Selassie the first and this earth here.
No,
We
no, not even an inch of it we don't tap into.
I'm telling the eye, and one of the things I rate about the great Robert Nesta Marley, and why I think he was elevated to, in terms of the stature that he achieved on earth, is that he always glorify his majesty.
Majesty.
You see, man, say him show you a blueprint of not compromising, healing the king, and look what that left him, and look on the legacy that he was able to establish in the earth as a heritage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Haile Selassie name of power.
Power, the might and
Might.
power of the Trinity. So,
I,
so go ahead, final song.
I see that. I see. Well, I say hail His Majesty and Empress Menen to the world, and just give love every time. You know what I mean? Because love is the greatest thing that ever exists. And he who angers you conquers you. So you
Ah,
don't have to deal with with the angry vibes no time. You just have to deal with love because love conquereth all. Simple.
mighty. So you have it here, family. The lion has told his story. We didn't even touch we had to jump around
A
because
half of the story.
yeah, we didn't even touch it half. But I have to be respectful because I want Tony Rebel pick up my call when me call him. I don't want the man have me on a call for 5 hours. We never want to do that. So
We're gonna do part two, man.
yeah, man. This is a ongoing. You know what I mean? Because my dream. Let me just share my dream with my vision rather. I
Yes.
would like to be in a position with this media platform to be a title sponsor of Rebel Salute or a major sponsor of
Right.
Rebel Salute. That is how I see what we're doing here, because one
Right.
of the
And it's not impossible.
no, and that's what I say, because one of the things that we lack as a community are entities that can sponsor our events, because they're not interesting to regular sponsors because of the message. The money is not going to be put behind it. So unless we build the institutions and the platform that can sponsor, we are not going to get that support, and we're fooling ourselves and we're delusional if we are wait upon these main brands that are going to come and we go through the same fight, you know what I mean? So we need to stop the delusion and just build what we are built.
Right.
So that is my vision.
Because every time those institutions them sponsor other things and sponsor it well.
Of
So
course.
you see that there is somebody behind those institutions who don't want us to exist at all.
At all, what we're talking about is not in the playbook. So unless we have, and it makes sense, because if we have a Rastafari media, I come down there, I get my interviews and exclusive content, I
Right.
get a check to Tony Rebel, and it's a win-win scenario because I'm paying
Yes.
for the content and I'm writing this off at my expenses, and at the same time Rastafari people are being employed, and this is how we have to think, family. So when
Other
you
way them
support
on.
this platform, this is what gives us the power now to do these kind of things and have more festivals, more events that we sponsor, because this is the content that we want to cover. We're not worried about what CNN or Al Jazeera or BBC.
No. Our story must be told.
Yeah, and the people will flock once we have
Yeah.
confidence in ourselves. It's proven, because you can't go a tourist place and see red, gold, and green.
No, it's hey, me tell you, Africa, as you talk about Africa,
Yeah,
remember is 200 million people and more live in Nigeria alone.
loan.
And it's 50 different countries there in Africa.
Is it? No, man.
So 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 if we can permeate Africa with this message, and it's our people, it's our thing. Yeah, man, we can go far away, man.
Most of my audience is Africa. I tell you right now, Kenya, Ghana, South Africa. Come look on the analytics, and when I promote my things, I push it to African countries.
Yeah, man. And
So that's how we are pretty
Africa
things.
have enough people.
Yeah, man, and that's how we are pretty things. So, family, me not gonna keep the rebel no further. Give thanks for your generosity of the Irites, and even responding to the call. As I said, the reasoning I go continue offline will bring Rebel forward. I would love to have that. We do panels as well, different panels and thing, because we have to reason. We have to create the architecture that's going to lead us to the alternative. And if we don't talk about it, the building of Sion, that heavenly place on earth, if we don't visualize it, if we don't conceptualize, if we don't
It not
execute
gonna
it,
happen.
it
It
not
not
gonna
gonna be no
happen.
reality.
And we're going to be just like the Christian, we go church Easter and Christmas, and you just live in the system that somebody else designed for you. That is not
Right.
my destiny, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right. The eye is a good interviewer too.
Oh, give thanks for that.
Yeah, because you really just it's a reasoning. It's not even an interview. It's a
No,
reasoning.
no, and we say that is a reasoning.
Yeah.
And you notice that is a Rastafari. We don't try to water it down to fit into, because a lot of time in Rastafari we're trying to fit into somebody else's
No,
space.
we not do that.
You see, man, say so. That is why these type of platforms are so important, because we have to value and let them come to us
Of
in that due
course.
season. You know
Of
what I mean?
course. Of
So
course.
thank you again, and I'll be in touch with the eye family. The time has come for the lions to tell our own story, and this is the lion's voice.
Rastafari. Aye.
Lion voice.
Ja Rastafari!
never conquer the mountains. Thousands of years and counting. Ethiopia rise again unto the world. Now we are announcing. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Well, them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. Rastafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. Well, solar energy that them a see. The whole city powered by the sun's energy. The road them make out of hemp and concrete. Neighborhoods full of fruit trees that taste sweet. The youths put down them guns, them harvest and a reap. The beautiful gardens will line every street. Tired of the bloodshed, them done with the beef. Not even animals for that, them burn out the meat. Where people say Haile Selassie, I see Nile. When they see say him a treat the dirt like a child. Peace on earth from the banks of the Nile. That's why we giving thanks in style. See say Babylon a weapon, them a stockpile. Babylon a wicked, kill them brother and smile. Lion, Babylon a reptile. Them a plant fish, shed blood, we got plans for the soil. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Well, them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. Rastafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. No more gullies, proper sanitation. Proper toilets with proper filtration. Clean water for the youths them fi use. Our sons and daughters safe, no more child abuse. Africa arise, read it in the news. On the day when Rastafari ready, wicked have fi move.